Hey, Llama here. Welcome back to another video. This one actually on Ark Survival Ascended, so we finally got here. This is Ark Survival Ascended on the Xbox. So it finally released. I have to say, so much sorrow and commiserations for our PlayStation console buddies who haven't got to play this yet. I've been playing it now since it came out on Steam. I've been playing it on PC, and I've been playing it a little bit on the Xbox. But I'm going to be honest, I've made a fair bit of progression on the Steam server that I've been playing on, and that's the one where I've probably been dedicating most of my time. But when it came out on the Xbox, I did start a new character on one of the new servers. And that's this playthrough. Now, when I did it, because I'd been messing around with my system, getting, Survival Ascended on a new PC and so on and so forth, unfortunately, the first video that I recorded, which was my starting on the server and going through all my leveling and my initial taming and finding a base location and everything, recorded with no voiceover. So I got the audio of the game. I just didn't get any of the voice recording that I thought I did. So this is the first episode, and I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to show snippets of the initial thing, and I'm going to talk you through what I did. It's going to feel a bit weird because I'm kind of narrating after the fact, but let's see how we go. And then hopefully, now I've got my audio sorted, the rest of this series will be done in a more live fashion, which is how I prefer to do it. So anyway, let's kick off with starting off on the island. And here we go, character creation. So you've got a lot of flexibility here with your character creation, to be honest, which is great. Like, if that's your thing, I mean, to me, I always go with a pretty standard character. I don't want this guy. He looks a little bit too realistic for me. So I want something. If I'm going to live in a game, I want to live in a fantasy. Yeah, so I'm going to be some Amazonian or, Greek god kind of thing. And definitely go with naming the character. So see a lot of people on the server called human. And a lot of chat saying, how do I change the name of my character? And the bad news is you don't. Once you've named your character, that's the name of the character. So make sure that you don't join a server and call yourself human. Alright, so we're going to go with long hair. The llama always has white hair, so we're going to do that. You can do different tips. I'm just going to go all white, I think. There we go. And save that. And we'll save that as llama. Why not? And then we can, hopefully, it will keep that character layout and we can reuse it again. I did try that on Steam and it didn't work, but that was like week 1, so they may well have fixed that by now. Let's go ahead and create our character. Okay, so spawn location. Now, this time around, I thought instead of going for one of the easy zones, which is what I did in the last playthrough, and I did in the tutorial, I thought I might go for West Zone 3, which is a medium zone. Now, it's over near Red Ob, and I know for a fact there are lots of explorer notes over in that direction. And also, there is a location there which is near the Cave of the Brute. I will skip this, because I think we've all seen that enough. So, yeah, the reason why I picked this location is I wanted to try and get on that patch of land, that little sort of leg that sticks out over the bay, above the Cave of the Brute, because the Cave of the Brute on my Steam playthrough is where I'm spending most of my time looking for loot crates and stuff, underwater loot crates. So as a minimum, I'd like to have a base there. Well, here we go. And so as all good Ark stories begin. We start by punching a tree. And so first thing is to basically get ourselves a pick and a hatchet, which we should be able to get the pick straight away. And then we've got an extra level already, which we can pump into weight, and we'll be putting everything in weight early on. So if you've seen my leveling videos, the approach that I took here, not too different. So I basically did exactly the same as I've done in the more recent video. I started off with pick, hatchet, spear, campfire, and some cloth clothes. Made myself wooden storage chests, campfires to level up until I could make a cooking pot, and then I made a few of those until I could level up to making a raft. And then basically I just crafted a few rafts, and I think I did that when we got to the base location. And then well, let's just go to the next section. I'll take you to where we headed off to the base location, because all this sort of basic leveling stuff is pretty boring, let's be honest. And here we go, heading up to the area where I wanted to build. I could already see that someone had started to build on the corner at least. So, ever hopeful. I thought, right, fair enough, there's someone's built there. Let's head up the island a little bit. Now, to be fair, this was the day that Ark Survival Ascended dropped on the Xbox, but for me, it dropped at 4 AM on a work day. So I obviously got up that morning, I went to work, I got home that night and logged on. So as you can see here, we've got someone else's build here, quite a sophisticated setup using stone, and they've already got a couple of tames. Everyone else who started on the server, I think the game released at 4 AM, I think the servers dropped at 7 because they gave them a little bit of time for people to download it, which was pretty cool actually, to be honest. And so I got home some 11 hours after that. So everyone else on here had 11 to 12 hours of play, or those that started first thing in the morning, that I missed out on, unfortunately. So as you can see, we have owner, human, super. We have pillars all the way along here, and then we got up to this section which looked relatively free of pillars, and I thought, right, you know what, I'm gonna panic build. I'm gonna try and secure at least a wedge of land here. So best case, what I wanted, I see another pillar off there in the background, what I wanted was to get myself a section here where I could build a water pen, and obviously a little bit of an on-land base to allow myself to breed some basilos, and frogs or whatever it is, other water creatures I wanted to breed. And so I basically set about constructing some wood pillars and just sort of securing the area PVE style, PVE official style, by spamming some pillars down and putting my stake in the ground here to start off my first base on Ark Survival Ascended on Xbox. So as I said before, I applied my standard leveling up approach, and before long I had myself a bowler, a bow, and I was up to the point where I could craft wooden rafts, which is where the leveling really starts kicking up a gear. But before I got too involved in that, it felt like it was time to go and tame ourselves a parasaur to start with. So a few of them running around the area. I couldn't make trank arrows yet, so we had to go with the old brutal wooden club, and I had some spoiled meat and I had some narcotics I'd gathered by hand. So we'll just craft up some narcotics. Not that we should need them, so we're on 1.5 times. On all the new servers we're 1.5 times, so we shouldn't need them. we should be able to just tame up a parasaur with berries. But let's make ourselves a wooden club and then go and find ourselves a parasaur to beat into friendship. And here we go. Here is the selected target. So what do we got? Level 60. It's pretty good. Take that. Oh, let's not use the bow. Now this guy's got a baby. You can see by the white heart above. And you see that he just attacked me, or she just attacked me. If it's a dinosaur with a baby, even the passive dinos will still actually be a little bit aggressive towards you if you try and attack them or their baby. Not overly so, so I think the chances of you getting killed by a parasaur are pretty slim, but they'll still give you a peck on the cheek. Very easy to get killed by moss chops, for example. They hit pretty hard when they want to. Moss chops, great source of hide and meat early game, but unless you're taming it, of course. Now this guy, I got stuck in him and he just kind of ran around me in circles. So even after the bowler broke, he didn't run off, not initially anyway. And I had the foresight to craft myself 2 clubs because I had a feeling the first one was going to break before I knocked it out. And we just kept going until eventually he did run off. So he broke free of me and then ran off into the distance. So it was time to grab the bowler again, and he came back and attacked me again. Or she came back and attacked me again, and we bowled her and knocked her out. There we go. And then progressed to murder the baby. So turn your eyes away if you don't, if you're not in favour of the killing of baby parasaurs. The reason why I was doing this, so early game, like, you know, hide is super precious, and the babies give the same amount of hide as the parent would, so this was a good opportunity to get some hide. And at that point we had, as you can see, we had the 10-minute warning for a server takedown. Now this is interesting with official in particular. The servers were going down, particularly for Steam, they were going down a lot in the first couple of weeks. But interesting to note that if you knock a dino out before the server goes down, it will still be there when you come back. If you don't, it won't. So all the spawns reset. So this guy will be fine, and we'll just go gather some berries, and then when the server goes down, we should be okay to come back. So server came back up, and our parasaur was tamed, which was awesome. So I could whack a saddle on him, her, gotta keep calling, stop calling her him, and we were able to go and gather some berries. Now at this stage I also wanted to gather some wood, get some hide, and also some fibre, so that basically so I could start crafting some rafts and getting some levels. I really wanted a Pteranodon like that one that just flew past, but I didn't want to knock it out with a club. I wanted to use some trank arrows. So trank arrows I was a couple of levels away from, so I really focused on getting those levels up so that I could use trank arrows. So we did some crafting, we did some leveling, and we got ourselves up to level 23. That allowed me to learn the refining forge, the smithy, metal tools, which will be essential moving forward, and also the all-important trank arrow. So it was time to find myself a Pteranodon. As luck would have it, not long after, a 130 landed right next to my base. So brilliant, let's get the trank arrows in action. Now you notice that my bow's kind of all over the place here and it keeps drifting. When you're playing on console, or when you're playing with a controller I should say, there's this thing called aim assist, which to be honest, and I just hit it after it knocked out, which is not ideal. Now the aim assist is actually an option for people using wireless controllers. Great, I should imagine, for PvP. so it helps you hit like the center of the thing that you're roughly aiming at. But to be honest, I turn it off, because what it does is it prevents you from getting headshots, which when you're trying to knock something out quickly, for example, or kill something quickly, headshots really help you. So I always turn it off, but as this was right at the beginning, I forgot to do it. Now the next thing was to find some meat to tame up the Pteranodon. Now normally the Pteranodon is, like your first one, is just a raw meat tame and takes forever. But baby dinos drop prime meat, and even baby dodos drop prime meat. So I killed the parent here, switched to my metal pick, and there we have, so look away if you don't like killing babies, baby dodo. Look at that, 3 prime meat, and we can hear there's another one around somewhere, so I'm going to pop that in the parasaur, and we're going to keep looking for babies to slaughter, effectively. There's another one just running past now. You can see the terror in its eyes. Oh no, that's just a male dodo. That one's also, so this one's now getting aggressive because I attacked the baby. So kill that one. We'll just get regular meat from him, but we're going to keep the search, and we found one already. There's another baby. So another baby dodo. You will get the hatchet. Oh, pick 2. So there we go. So we've already got 5 prime meat to help tame up our Pteranodon. So this is a massive step forward, or a massive help, I should say, in taming dinos, particularly early game, but even later on, because in the other playthrough that I've done, when you get to taming Rexes and things like that, it's so much easier. Like if you're not that fussed about levels and you just want something that's decent, knock it out, and then you can run around and kill as many babies as you can find. It just sounds wrong, and you get yourself prime meat, and it's really is. It's an easy tame. Good stuff. All right. So anyway, I'll bring you back when we've got enough meat to tame it up, and it's ready to go. So with our Pteranodon almost tamed, the next step was to worry about a saddle for it. Now, I wasn't a high enough level to to make one yet, but I was able to start gathering the materials. So the trilobites spawn around here on the beach, and you need chitin for a Pteranodon saddle as well. Oh, and there we go. Pteranodon is tamed. Brilliant. I think we needed 75 chitin and like 200 hide, it might be, something like that. So we'll get this guy just to chill out here. 182, not bad. 345 stamina as a base, 307 melee, 175 weight, 1625 on the health. That's a pretty good starter Pteranodon, to be fair. So we're off to a good start. We got a lot more hide. We got enough chitin. We got a lot more hide to get, and obviously we need some more levels as well. So a lot more hide, because we're going to have to make ourselves some more rafts, and we're going to have to add quite a few levels to get to, what is it, I want to say level 34, and we are level 26. So let's see. Hard doing the voiceover afterwards. I think this is where I look to see, and it is level 38. Whoa, higher than I thought. Okay, level 38 we need to get to, so we have to do some raft crafting and see if we can get those levels up. And finally, after a reasonable amount of grinding, we finally crafted our last raft, which got us to level 38. That's a hard slog with a pick and a hatchet. So that then allows us to go down to level 38 and learn the Pteranodon saddle, which will give us the opportunity to take to the air. There we go, Pteranodon saddle learnt. Now obviously I need 230 hide, 75 keratin or chitin. Chitin I'm fine. Hide I've got hardly any, because I've been using it to craft rafts. So now it's on the hunt for hide, so that we can actually craft the saddle and get ourselves in the air. So it wasn't too long, and we got our hide, and we managed to craft the saddle, and that was it. We were airborne. Okay, time for phase 2, leveling up. So now I could get in the air. I just wanted to take advantage of the explorer notes in the area. I didn't know where all of them were. I'm not a I'm not a PvP player, so I'm not accustomed to the note runs that the PvP guys do. But I knew a few around in the area, and I knew some others sort of over closer to Green Ob. So I really just took the Pteranodon out and leveled itself and myself up at the same time by just skipping through some of the notes and leveling up stamina in the Pteranodon, and obviously leveling my own character too. And once all that was done, it was really back to base to start building a base. The thatch foundations on the floor really just weren't going to cut it, and it was getting pretty late, and it had been a long night of grinding and crafting for me, so I was really quite keen to just build something which I could put my Parasaur and Pteranodon inside to protect it from getting killed overnight, and get myself somewhere where I could lay my head. And there we go. So with the base now kind of secured, that was it. It was the end of the day, and that's going to be the end of this video. So a couple of things. One, thanks thanks regular viewers for your patience. It's been a long time in between videos. I have to say, and again, not making excuses, but I am a player first, content creator second, so I rather selfishly have just massively enjoyed playing this game for the first few weeks that it came out, and I really enjoy producing the videos, but it just took a backseat for a few weeks. So I really appreciate everyone's patience through this. I will be posting more regular videos now, and what are my plans for the playthroughs? Look, I've got 2 on the go. So I've got this one, which is as you've just seen, has just started, and my intention is to play this through to the end of the island before Scorched comes out, at least on Gamma level. I very much doubt we're going to get to Beta and Alpha, because if Scorched comes out as planned, that's probably a month away. However, I'm fairly certain that's going to get delayed until next year, but let's just see what happens with that. And then the other one, the Steam channel server that I'm playing on, I'm probably going to show some videos from that one as well. Like I said at the beginning, I'm a little bit further progressed with that one, so I might be doing some maybe more tutorial based videos from that playthrough, where I've got sort of, I'm in a better position, I've got more materials, I've got more dinosaurs and so on, and I can give you some sort of ASA info. And then this one will probably just be a playthrough, and it's going to be some learn as we go. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please drop me a like, leave me a comment. I love the comments, and if you haven't subscribed and you do like the content, there will be more coming, so please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm Llama, and I'm out of here.